Yeah. Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
I've returned from Merhoyed, sir.
Merhoyed.
How does it look then?
I brought them help from the monastery. Brother Nicodemus and Johanka from Skalitz. Fortunately, Nicodemus was able to cure the disease. Well, at least what he's doing looks promising so far.
Thank Christ. Some good news for a change. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
Fortunately, he survived and I had a chance to question him.
What did you find out?
He was transporting the false coins to Pribyslavitz. He got them from some merchant called Menhart.
I don't know him.
Neither do I. But I know where the money's handed over. It's not far from Rovna, and this Menhart should be waiting there about now.
Excellent, Henry. We mustn't let this opportunity slip through our fingers. You go there and put pressure on this Menhart to tell us what he knows. Don't go yet. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. God be with you.
Okay.
You haven't disappointed me. Nothing against Bernard, Robert, or any of those others. But none of them could find out as much as you. At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What is it?
sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
It's a hard question. I'm no theologian. But long ago I came to the conclusion that the only thing that makes sense is that it's all a trial. Life is one long series of problems to solve. The more you solve, the better a man you become.
I never thought about it that way.
Well, just look at the pampered ones who have no concerns in life, like young Lord Capon, for instance. I shudder to think how he will rule when his time comes. Tribulations spawn in life over and over again, and we must stand our ground and face them. So, I go to Sasso and solve this one.
You can rely on me, sir.
Good luck, son.
A little foreboding? Not gonna spoil it. For the bats. Openings on this side.
God preserve.
I'd like.
And what?
Ah,
I'm sure.
Must be faithful to Teresa. Cannot do that. She's still the best. We're gonna come through Talmberg through this path in the first place, so I thought we'd do laundry, heal the stuff up, repair everything before we go to Ravna. Should be up here, he said. I don't think he's up to the charcoal burners. Oh, he says at the crossroads. So I don't have a letter on me. I'm just going up here to crush this man.
Good God, what a bloody mess. It looks like that wagon was loaded with charcoal. This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind. I'm on the right track. Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something. It looks like blood.
Hey, Mr. Charcoal Burner.
What can I do for you?
What happened at the crossroads?
What?
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now, you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it. But, if you don't start helping me, I might change my mind.
I don't know nothing and I haven't seen nothing. If you want to know something about it, just ask Boyar. I don't want nothing to do with it.
He's like, bro, I want no part of this.
Boyar cracks the whip around here.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
It includes the upper part of this. Trail.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
What do you know about the wagon that's been ambushed at the crossroads?
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes. Is that a problem?
How much do you want?
Would a few groschen help you remember?
It depends how much. My memory's not what it used to be. Oh, all right. I'll tell you what I know. Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroads then?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon. So we took the sacks.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying, wounded? The fellow was hacked like a martyr in some holy picture. He begged us to hide him away.
So you have him here somewhere? Is he still alive?
The fellow has quite a will to live. I'll give him that.
Do you know who ambushed that wagon?
Not a clue. We came a long way after.
Did he tell you anything?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes, so talking's a problem.
Where is he?
We've locked him away in the shed. There.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know. He paid us. We're not to let anyone near him.
I paid you too.
I suppose. Here. Take the key.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Who are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Ah, well, I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
Night.
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the night.
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Ah! Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks. They're behind the shed.
That's him. That's got to be that knight.
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Where's this guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not good with this.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's so hard to control.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull out the secret weapon.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Damn. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
I would have had him. What's jump? X. I went to cut him off and it didn't work. Oh?
You dare to face me? To get some Teufel. Verrecke. Not so brave now, are you, Junge? Du Hund! Oh.
Well,
Who is that, Teufel? It seems I have finally met my match.
your match? I think you meant to say you're superior.
Do not be so proud. My day has been hard.
That doesn't change anything. Now I'll be asking you a couple of questions, and you're going to give me answers to them nicely. Starting with who you are.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye. If we do indeed have a common cause.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
What man was that?
Mainhard, the
Ah,
merchant.
damn it.
Listen, I will explain everything to you. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him.
Of course I know him. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made. But I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however...
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that.
It seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there.
Shouldn't you go with me to see Pfeiffer?
No. I must remain in Sassau. I have some loose ends that must be tied.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you. I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. but there are many ways to acquire such things these days,
Okay.
as I am sure you know.
So you're not a knight?
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is all you need to know.
I'd like to know more, but I have a feeling you won't tell me.
Your feeling is correct.
Tell me what you know about the false coins.
Do you know Passau?
No? What is it?
A city in Bavaria.
Oh,
Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see. And that would include Prague groschen?
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested that he deal with the matter.
And so he sent you?
Yes, he needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
okay. That's why I wouldn't know who he's working for.
And what about that wagon? What happened there exactly?
I followed Menhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sassau.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs, and the like. But now, the sacks were full of counterfeits.
What do you mean about the connection with Sassau?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery.
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say.
Interesting.
I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports of the interrogations.
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Maynard had an armed escort, and they kept two busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the perfect opportunity to strike.
What happened on that track?
I ambushed them. I took down two, but that bastard Manhart cut the horses loose and rode away.
Okay.
While I was chasing Manhart, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck.
So we won't get anything out of him?
Unfortunately not.
Who are you working for?
I understand why.
Very well. Very well.
Godspeed. I will wait in Sassau at the Wagoner's Inn.
This guy is shady. This man was going all the way to Skalitz instead of Sassau, which I found was kind of strange. But we caught up to him.
Azért megdög lesz.
What about skills?
Look what I've got. You'll love.
All right, that was easy peasy fight. But I'm so OP at this point, so. I'll have to move some from this hard drive. Jeez. I've been recording a lot of stuff lately. This mission. Could just sleep and wait until tomorrow. Time. Search spells are rain. They should be up. Good thing. Still spinning, so we're fine. After 8, everyone should be going around, and I want to get this quest. Wait, you still not up yet? It couldn't be Radzik, right? It's freaking Hans.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sahanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
What has it got to do with me?
Plenty. You're in it with me ever since that hunt.
Oh, that's true.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. But I see it wasn't necessary. You look as smart as any courtier.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
So I see. But you can come and get those clothes later anyway. They're a little worn, but they're as fine as anything you'll get in the county.
I mean, I like my outfit.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
It wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg, that name is familiar.
Yeah, he's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulflin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair. After all, maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Okay. This is going to be interesting. There's the squad.
Ugh.
Welcome
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out. Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hanish sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
Undoubtedly, Sir Hans. I just meant
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber. I heard some rumors.
Yeah. Being a relative of mine, Dolores?
Yeah. Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Camberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like. I heard it from my grandfather. He never paid attention to old wives.
I meant no offense. Tell me all about it. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about it.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Camberg relatives. Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit. Shame to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid. Fine. Father had them whipped, and then they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They're afraid he cursed them. I couldn't blame them.
Why is that?
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when
Hold on a second, guys. I actually have to move something. I've been recording so much, I didn't realize when I look over that there's literally no space on the hard drive.
Yeah. Barbara Hogwitz didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. Never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. They say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. She ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Wilhelm. They say the witch cheated her, and instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough. Turned out
Bro, I just want him to be the same. I'm so glad they fixed this in 2.
Thrown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. Cursed everything and everyone in his path, starting throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. Oh, said he was. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurse has supposed to deal with a monster like that?
Pray, Hans. Pray. Whoa! Midas and Cyril. We sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Midas and Cyril left as Chromie.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to put them to the sword.
Yeah.
Wait, this is our hunting camp.
God be with you.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhoff, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp.
Tell me, Captain, how come this wolfling is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with wolfling?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camber clan is cursed.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfin, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
Okay.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning.
How do you...
Like only...
What, all at the same...
All in one night.
Hold on, what?
Only instead...
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The young...
Okay.
Believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolfen, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he... Goodbye.
Goodbye. One is up this way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
MP.
Good health, dear.
Captain Bernard sent me. I'm here about the raid on your farm.
What? I've no idea what you're talking about, friend.
They raided your farm, didn't they?
No. I heard there was some raids hereabouts, but not here.
Something's not right. The captain sent me here to this very farm.
The captain must have made a mistake.
I suppose so.
Good luck to you.
Hmm.
God watch over you, good knight.
Captain Bernard sent me.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again. I don't know what else I can tell you.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear every detail you can tell me.
What do you want to know?
How many of them were there?
2 or 3. I'm not sure. My head's still in a spin.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide indoors, and I only saw them through the window.
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried to parley with them.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in no uncertain terms as soon as they came here.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just rode off again, without further ado?
More or less.
Doesn't make any
Why,
sense.
though? You told me you were indoors the whole time.
Yes, I was. Mostly.
So were you inside or outside? Did you talk to them or not?
Well, like I say, it was confusing. I don't remember much.
Look here, I'm not sure what happened here, but I can't shake the feeling you're holding something back.
No, it's just, it all happened so quickly. I'm still bewildered from it all.
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those bandits are led by Sir Wolflin, Baron of Camberg, and he's not just some common outlaw. If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay. So you better speak up, no matter what happened here.
Lord Jesus, why must we be persecuted so?
So, what really happened here?
First, promise me you'll get rid of them.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. We put up no resistance. I noticed one of them had an injured leg, so I offered to treat it for him.
That was very Christian of you, considering they came to rob you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What happened then?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. Only the same evening, they came back again. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp. And in the morning I came home again.
So you know where they're camped? I'd like you to lead me there.
I won't go to their camp, no. But I know of a place where you'll have a good view of it.
That'll do me.
Take care. I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not far away in this direction.
Thanks. And don't worry, I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
Hold on.
Looks like I found it. I better get back and report to Captain Bernard.
There's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Be a hell of a battle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I found that encampment.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Is it far?
Not really.
How many men did you see?
About 10.
Around 10.
The same as us. Well, now we'll see if my cousin is really as tough as they say. Otherwise, he'll be swinging tonight from the Rattay ramparts.
Wouldn't it be better to parley with them, sir?
Parley with robbers? You must be out of your mind, lad.
I gave Sir Hanush my word I'd look out for his men, and I intend to keep it. So it's my duty to advise a parley.
You're going to advise me?
You're not seeing straight, Captain. No wonder, since Wolfland's your kin. Please, just grant me one thing. Let me go and parley. I'll find out more, and maybe we can settle everything without losing any men.
You want to parley? Listen, Henry, you can't rely on Wolfland to act honorably. There's every chance you won't come back.
Don't worry. I know it's a risky business, but have you got anyone better for the job?
No, I'm sorry to say I haven't. Wolfland's a conceited bastard. If he knows you come from me, he'll receive you just for a chance to tell me to go to hell. I'll give you a livery with my coat of arms, so it's clear you're my messenger. And you'll have to go unarmed.
Thank you, Captain. I'll do my best.
I hope so. And try and come back in one piece. I don't want to explain to Sir Radzig why I sent his favorite into a robber baron's camp unarmed. God be with you. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I think after this quest, I'll call it a stream. We'll pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you! What do you want?
I'm Captain Bernard's envoy. I'm here to parley.
Why should I trust you?
I'm unarmed. What harm can I do?
That's true. You are wearing Sir Bernard's colours. I suppose I should take you to Sir Wolflin. But if you try any tricks, you'll regret it. Understood?
You have my word.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's right. About 10 of them.
Who do we have here? What's your name, boy?
Henry. I'm a messenger from...
I know. From my beloved cousin, Sir Bernard of Aleshna. So, what exactly is your message?
Why do you want to hurt the lords of Aleshna?
That bastard Malota stole villages that belonged to my father. I was in Poland when my father died, and Malota convinced everyone I was dead too.
But you came back though, didn't you?
Aye, I came back. But Malota bribed the priest to testify that my father made him a deathbed confession. That bastard swore my father told him he was possessed, and so was his son. Me. So they think I rose from the dead and I'm a warlock. They won't hear my claim.
Everywhere. Should have stayed home.
That's unfortunate. But surely the courts of the king wouldn't believe a story like that.
Maybe not, but the king's in captivity, and none of the nobles.
Yeah, that's true.
For courts. No one will hear my case, and by the time this turmoil is over, everyone will have forgotten about me.
What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to cheer me up.
We offer you safe conduct out of here, and you can take your loot with you.
That's a very generous offer. But tell me, why should I accept?
Because you don't know what you're up against.
Don't I?
Sir Hanush has a guest in Rattay.
Yeah.
The royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Of course. What of him?
Sir Radzig's gathering forces in Rattay to march against the king's enemies. So I'm sure you understand that your family quarrel, or rather your way of settling it, is quite a nuisance to him.
Say no more. I heard Radzig was driven out of Skalitz, but I didn't know he was in Rattay.
So you'll leave?
I wouldn't want to go up against an old friend.
You know each other?
Indeed we do. Give him my regards, won't you? And when he marches against Sigismund by the grace of God, tell him to send word to me in Camberg. I'd hate to miss it. And now go back and tell that Oleshna Viper that we're moving out. But don't let him think he's frightened us off. It's out of respect for Sir Radzig.
I'll tell him. You're doing the right thing.
Run along, then.
Rivers of blood and a bloody flood.
There's probably like 15 men here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's put on our regular stuff. As it could.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's rough, man. This man only wanted land that he was rightfully owed and stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
It's a rough circumstance. Hey Bernard, I did it.
I've just come back from Wolfling, Captain.
And in one piece, I see. That's something at least, but I doubt you achieved anything.
I talked them into moving out. I promised them safe conduct. By morning, they'll be gone from Sir Hanish's fiefdom.
Are you mad? They killed 2 of my men.
If I hadn't bargained with them, there'd be even more casualties.
Even so, to let them go just like that? Damn it, Henry. The worst thing is, I can't take it back. You went there as my envoy.
I was trying to carry out Sir Hanish's orders, Captain.
Next time, use your head. You seriously damaged our Lord's honor. Still, can't be helped now. We'll send word to the neighboring fiefdoms. Hopefully someone will deal with them. You ride to Ratai and report to Sir Hanish. Good luck then.
I don't want to fight them because Sir Hanish wants me to do this. But I'm thinking probably the best thing we could do is see if we can threaten them.
Hey, you!
I'm Captain.
Why should I?
I'm unarmed. You have my word.
Fucking weather, fucking tense, fucking.
Who do we?
Henry.
I know. So,
Why do you...
That-
You came...
aye. So they think.
That's in- We offer you safe conduct out of this domain if you leave everything...
That's a very.
I'm so hungry.
Because...
Oh,
so you'll...
I wouldn't.
You know it.
In and
I'll t-
on.
What about the other one? But the one if they pay compensation.
Hey, you!
I'm...
Why?
I'm on... You have my...
Fuck, I'm almost sober again.
Who do we?
Henry.
I know. So,
Why do you...
aye. So they.
That's it. We offer you safe conduct out of this domain if you leave everything you stole from Sir Hanish's subjects and pay 60 groschen in compensation.
That's a very generous offer. But tell me, why should I accept?
I'm almost sober again.
Because...
Don't.
Sir Han...
Of course.
So, so you'll leave?
I wouldn't.
You know each other.
Indeed. And now go.
I'll tell him.
Run along.
Okay, so that didn't really change. They say you didn't want any issues. Let's see how Sir Hanish lectures us after this one.
Well, Henry, it cost me a lot of effort, but it seems I've finally succeeded.
I went to parley with Wolflin.
So how did that go?
I convinced him to take his gang and leave.
Really? I knew you were no fool, but that's...
I don't know.
Don't be so moddy. Goodbye.
We could have taken him.
God be.
I've just come.
And
I talked them into move. Not only that, but they left all their loot and 70 groschen too, as compensation.
I can hardly believe it. That turned out a lot better than I expected. The coin is for Sir Hanush, I expect.
Naturally.
Well then, in the meantime, we'll break camp and make sure those bastards keep their part.
Right, Captain.
And Henry, nice work. Good luck then.
Okay. Yeah, that is the more preferable outcome. And the obvious one to take. I don't know why I didn't think about it first.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
I have news from the camp, Sir Hanish.
Speak.
I persuaded Captain Bernard to let me parley with Wolflin.
Bernard agreed. I'm surprised.
So was I. I promised Wolflin safe conduct out of your territory on condition he leave all the loot he took and pay 70 groschen in compensation.
Well done. It will take Bernard a while to get over his disappointment of not being able to get revenge. But the important thing is, we're rid of that troublemaker. I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Complete all quests. That's the last one? That can't be the last one, because I see one right here.
God almighty.
Do you know if it...
Could be. Sir Anish is convening the Rat's Eye tourney again. You can still enroll. God be with you.
Okay. Let's get a couple more Shavener snaps as we work down our gold right now. 17k, yeah, we're fine.
My humble... God be with you.
God grant you. Good luck
God save you.
Get the alchemist is done with this damn book.
Have you read it already? Oh, Henry, it's a marvelous book. Wonderful, really. I've found what we need, but it won't be easy. The spell must be said over the grave of the person preventing his soul from resting in eternal peace, while burning something from the house he lived in.
Ugh, of course. It couldn't be something easy, could it?
Who said meddling with the dead would be a walk in a rose garden? You'll probably have to ask your widow a few more questions. Once you know everything, get something from his house, and find the grave of the person that's preventing him from resting in peace. Then come see me, and we'll get to banishing that ghost.
Ugh, Jesus, and I thought the living were troublesome. What do I need to...
Do you have a brain in that head of yours?
I actually wanted to buy something, but okay. Up to Ledechko. You shouldn't really be tacked.
Rare spices and tinctures, magical elixirs and amulets. How are you?
Would you teach me...
Certain.
Well... Will you teach me...
Certain.
I want to...
You can't become...
Well...
Good luck then.
Okay, I'm actually not there. Alright. You know his house is like somewhere back there, I think.
I saw the...
You think I don't know that? Last night, I didn't get a wink of sleep. I lay in my bed, tossing and turning, just waiting for him to appear.
And did he come?
For a long while, it seemed like nothing would happen. Then, towards the morning, the room grew cold as the grave. My poor heart nearly stopped beating when I heard a voice calling my name. So I fell to my knees and begged the Virgin Mary to protect me. When will this all end? You must work quickly. If this goes on much longer, I'll lose my mind. I know I will.
For the spell, I'll need something from the house where the spirit once lived. Where exactly did Eloise live?
It's north of here, to the left of the road from Ledechko. but there's not much left of it these days except ash and weeds. The farm was burnt to the ground with Alois inside.
It must have been a terrible death. To get rid of him, we need to cast a spell over the grave of the person who's preventing him resting in peace. I'm not sure who that person is, though. You haven't already picked out a grave site for yourself, have you?
No. Henry, the truth is, I haven't told you the whole story. I'm not the one he's got unfinished business with.
Well, who is it then? I suggest you tell me everything.
Alois had a wife. Her name was Lada, and she was a proper shrew, shrieking at him from sunrise to sunset. He never spent a single pleasant day with her. They must have fought like dogs. One night, Lada took a lantern and burned the whole farmhouse down with Alois inside.
Damn.
That sounds awful. No wonder Alois can't rest easy.
When Alois died, Lada lost her mind. She spent days running about the woods near Tarnberg, completely witless, until one day they found her body deep in the woods. Her hair was all pulled out, her face scratched up with her own fingernails. They buried her there, where they found her, but I don't know exactly where to look.
I'll ask around.
Okay.
I don't need to know any...
His house is back here. That's right. I remember seeing it. When I looked at this quest, I didn't realize that you just had to talk to Apothecary. Them are bees?
Everything burned to the ground. So where can I find something that belonged to the dead? I'll take some of these pieces of charred wood. That should do.
Where could this be? Maybe the bailiff? Or the... Where's the... Tavern? Tavern's down here. Tavern's right here.
God's sake.
I hear there's a grave in the woods round here. Do you know how I can find it?
You mean where they buried that mad woman? They say on some nights her ghost wanders the woods. But you'll find the grave when you head up to the woods and keep some way off to the right from the stream. It's hard enough to see in daylight. If it's dark, you're sure to get lost.
Thanks. I'm sure I'll find it.
If I were you, I wouldn't go looking for it. Take care now.
Mm-hmm. 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 How do I get up over this? Probably this way.
Yeah.
And up you go, Pebbles.
Yeah. This must be it. May she rest in peace, Lord.
Okay, back to the apothecary. It will be closed by the time I get there, of course. Actually, it may not be. I think it's gonna be close. It's still daylight.
Welk!
I have everything we need.
Excellent. In that case, I'm ready too.
Let's meet after dark at the crossroads beyond Ledechko.
I'll be there.
I need to be outside. Good thing I got there, and then I just need to go back and do this. And I'll be done. And I think there's one more that we have to do. With the pestilence still.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Ah, good. You're here. Come with me.
But what? It was literally right here, right? That's right here. Seeing all the various lights flicker on in the distance, like those.
Start the exorcism so we can go and get some sleep.
Ziana Kanba, Zikia Kanba, Galubara, Namtabara, Ashakbara, Kikimbara, Ziana Kampa, Zikia Kampa, Galubara, Namtabara. What's that?
Go on. That's what matters. Just keep going.
I think that's enough. The ghost must surely be banished by now. Now let's get out of here before something worse appears. Go and see the widow tomorrow to find out if it helps. I'm going home.
Thanks for the help.
That was creepy as hell.
hope I can.
Can I?
I suppose I can. For how long?
How about?
All right.
Here you go.
You'll like it. Take care now.
Oh wow, no joke. Oh, I should have probably went longer because it needs to be till 8 because she won't be up. And I think that'll do it for me today. And tomorrow we'll be back. More CKD1 into the draft. Do some more draft reaction. For some hours. Maybe once we're done this, it's I'm not sure what we're gonna be playing after this. Expedition 33 came out. I like me some turn-based games, so there's that. But we'll get there when we get there.
Jesus Christ be praised.
We cast a spell over Lada's grave. It wasn't for the faint of heart.
Mary, Mother of Mercy. And not even that helped.
What? Do you mean to tell me it was all for nothing?
Only the Lord himself can help me now. I'll need the parish priest.
But why didn't you go and see him right at the start?
What would he think of me? Herbalists have always handled ghosts. But now what other choice do I have?
What?
Go and ask him what I can do.
Fine. I'll go and...
You have my gratitude. Take a few...
What am I
Go and see the priest. May the Lord watch over you.
Really, I need to go all the way up here in you shits. Okay. My guess is back down to talk to her. We started at like 8. This is... We'll get there at about 12. We'll talk to him. We'll have to leave. We'll get there about 18. We might have to spend another day waiting. Wow. A lot of traveling. Imagine if you couldn't actually fast travel. Because you're playing on hardcore. Other good ones out here.
God be with you.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Okay.
There's a widow being haunted by a ghost. Can anything be done about that?
A revenant. Tell me more about it.
For the last few nights, her long-dead neighbour's been paying her a visit in her house. She's tried to drive him out, but neither prayer nor spells have any effect. That's why she's turning to you for help, Father.
In the scripture, it's written that the dead shall rise again only on the day of judgment. I suspect it may be something on the widow's own conscience that's haunting her. Do you know anything more about that?
Well, she says it's the ghost of Alois, a farmer whose wife burned him alive in his own cottage.
My. That would make a soul restless, all right. But I believe there must be something else that's keeping the widow from sleeping. A farmer, a jealous wife. I'd ask the widow if there's not more to it.
My God, that never occurred to me.
How little you know people. Make the widow tell you everything, you'll see. And to make amends with the deceased as well as the Lord, tell her to erect an atonement cross.
A what?
You ask as if you've fallen from the stars. An atonement cross. You often see them along roads. Reminders of reconciliation and forgiven trespasses. Suggest it to the widow and see how she reacts.
Thank you for the advice.
I shall pray for the poor woman, and I'll be grateful in farewell.
Yeah, you gotta donate to Father Goodwin's good graces at the church, otherwise you're not forgiven. That was half sarcasm. But that's literally what Father Goodwin just said. Aha, Purdue prays she gives me to the church. I need more alms.
God grant you
I saw the parish priest.
And what did he tell you? Will he come and bless my house with holy water?
A better question is, what haven't you been telling me?
I've already told you everything.
The parish priest says you'll only get rid of the ghost through the act of atonement. You need to make amends for the past and erect a memorial cross.
Why should I be making amends?
You had an affair with Alois. Because you haven't told me the whole truth. You and Alois sinned together, and that's why he's haunting you.
There's no use denying it.
Got her!
And his wife, Lada. She wasn't the kind of woman who filled her husband's heart with joy. Alois and I grew close.
So, fornication?
If that's what you want to call it. From time to time, we took comfort in each other's arms. Lada found out and began to make a fuss. They fought. You know the rest.
You bear a lot of the responsibility for Alois and Lada's deaths. Now I understand why he haunts you.
I know. I've thought the same thing every single day since he died. Alois left 2 orphans.
I assume his children know nothing about it.
They're already adults. But you're right. They don't know anything. Do you think it would help if I told them everything? That it would bring peace to Alois and he'd stop haunting me?
I think you're on the right path now. Make up for old wrongs. Atone for your sins. Erect a memorial cross.
You're right. I'll go and tell them the truth, however much they despise me afterwards. I'll do anything to get a good night's sleep again. Here's some money. Go to the quarry and order a cross be made.
I'll do that.
Thank you 100 times over. Take care.
Jesus! Man, this lady has me going all over the damn map! Down here, down to Rattay, down to Ushis, back to over to Talmberg, back to Ledechko. At least it's not that much of a distance. Bye. Like, jeez. Now, when I end up playing the second game, my first playthrough isn't going to be a hardcore one, obviously. I want to do a 100% run of everything, just normal. And then we, when some DLC and stuff comes out, we might hop on and do a new run. That's the hardcore, which I think would be cool. Is this my man here? Mr. Foreman? Yes. It's Rupert.
I'm at your service.
I need to erect an atonement cross. How much does one cost?
10 groschen. We already have one such cross ready, so if you pay now, we can have it sent wherever you want immediately.
Here you are.
What do you think? Will he come again?
I'm sure we've seen the last of him. Oh, feels so light I could float away at peace with the world.
That's a peace I have yet to find. As you've seen for yourself, shaking off the past isn't easy.
Here's a ring my husband left me. I don't even know where he got it, but it might be worth something. Take it, with my gratitude.
Glad I was able to help.
Thank you, and God be with you.
And with you. I hope you'll finally have peaceful dreams.
Okay. That's finally a quest that I've been all over the map about. How am I going to get here to talk to the Met person, the Met guy? Probably not. If that's the case. Oh, but we're going to call it anyway. I think I can get there before. Do I have anything that's not... I mean... There's more. We'll wait for the next one to get the next piece of light armor. Oh wait, bro. Why you close this on me?
Greetings. What business have you?
Master Fafar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn it.
Okay.
Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
That would make sense.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau. Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. But this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs?
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
Oh, okay.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. Take care.
God be with you.
And another thing. Thanks.
Good luck to you.
I don't know who that man is.
Look out.
Okay, it's Hans time.